It's 2014, Imaginary Noisemaker, woo! Yeah, so it's 2014 and stuff, and I'm Extreme Gamer 5000, and 2014 is the series, not the series, 2014 is going to be the year of a lot of new series on my channel. I'm going to be doing I'm going to be starting a lot of new series. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do a lot of my new series that I have in mind. But this is a new series that I'm calling I Like Lists, because I like a list. Who doesn't like a list? Anyway, basically the list is top whatever things in gaming. So it could be top 5, or like maybe it could be even a stage number like top 8 indie games or something like that. Like, you never know. But in this episode, since this is the 2014 celebration episode, basically, and my first video of 2014, I say we kick it off with the best and worst games of 2013. And by the best and worst games of 2013, I really mean my favorite and my least favorite games of 2013, because everybody's opinion is different, and the best games may not be my favorite games, and the worst games may not be my least favorite games. A lot of you, I'm sure, are going to be surprised by some of the things on this list. So yeah, let's get started. Let me just go to my list here. Got a new iPhone, by the way, for Christmas. It was pretty awesome. Alright, first we're going to do, should we do top 5, not top 3 favorite or top 3 least favorite first? I think we should do top 3 favorite first. Alright. So before I do top 3 favorite, I want to tell you something. I have not played every game of 2013. I just have not. I didn't do it. And so a lot of these games, a lot of your favorite games or your second or third favorite game may not be on this list because I didn't play it. For example, I did not play The Last of Us or GTA 5 or Arkham Origins yet. And there are other great games that have come out this year that I have not played either. But those are just to name a few. So without further ado, these are my top 3 favorite games of 2013. Alright, first off, my third favorite game of 2013 is an indie game called Papers, Please. Papers, Please is a game where you play as this guy in this country where you say papers, please, and people give you papers, and you have to decide if you're going to let them into the country or not based on these rules you are given. It is a skill game, but at the same time, it's kind of a moral choice game also. You have this family you have to care for, you can take bribes, you can reject bribes, you can move to different places, and it's a very well done game, and it's very original and it's amazing. So Papers, Please is my third favorite game of 2013. Alright, number 2 may come as a surprise to a lot of you, but I think most of you will understand, because it's a great game. And my second favorite game of 2013 is a game by the name of The Stanley Parable. I'm not going to, actually, it's a game, I'm trying to think of a way to explain it, because it's kind of like Minecraft is a hard game to explain. Basically, it's a game where you have this plot point at the beginning, and you make different choices throughout the game that unfold the story in different ways, and it executes it like perfectly. Like, it's amazing. It's great. It's wonderful. There's also a Minecraft part in it and a Portal part in it. But I've said too much already. Just go and buy it, and you'll see how great it is. Alright. Are you ready for my number 1 game of 2013? A game that I think deserves the Game of the Year award from everybody, but seemed to only make like number 3 or 2 on everybody's list, sometimes even 4. And that game is BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite is one of the first games I played in 2013 because it came out in about March or so. Actually, well, it wouldn't be the first game, one of the first games I played. It was one of the first games I got in 2013. I pre-ordered it like about a month before it came out or something like that, and I knew nothing about the game. The story is basically, there was a show called X-Play that was on G4, which doesn't exist anymore, but one of the people said on there that it's going to be the best game ever, and I'm just like, alright, buying it. Which seems like a stupid reason to buy something, but just because somebody else, some random person tells you it's, I'm not really random, but somebody just kind of tells you it's good, just one person. But I'm like, alright, I'm gonna buy it. So I went to GameStop and I pre-ordered it. So I knew nothing about the game. I only knew two things about the game. That it was in a floating city, and that you had to rescue this girl. Those are the only two things I knew about the game. So when I played it, I was like, oh my god, like, it was amazing. But anyway, this isn't a review. I don't want to get too deep into this. But my point is, if you want to get Bioshock Infinite, don't look it up too much, because that'll just kind of spoil the whole surprise of it. I like when I go into something not knowing a lot about it, so then I'm surprised at like every part of the story. And yeah, so now we're gonna go to my 3 least favorite games of 2013. Now here's where it gets very controversial. Well, however you pronounce it, controversial. I don't know. Anyway, number 3 is a game that I'm sure a lot of you would agree with, but I'm sure a lot of you would also call it like number 1 worst game of 2013, because it is the worst game of 2013 that I've played anyway. But is it my least favorite? No. It's Walking Dead Survival Instinct. At least my first and second least favorite games on this list actually had some work put into them. This game is horrible. It feels like that no work was put into it. Whenever your car breaks down and you need to find something, you go to the exact same map. It's like, it's the worst. It's a horrible game. Everything about it is horrible. Even like, it just, there's not one part of it that was done right. Actually, there is. It does have a couple of good ideas. For example, when you're going to a new area, you have to choose if you want to pick like the highway, the something, and then the back roads. And which one you pick depends on your fuel consumption, your risk of your car breaking down, and your risk of scavenging, like for items. So that was a cool idea, and it would have been great if it was put into a game that wasn't horrible. And that's why this is my least favorite game of 2013, just because it's a horrible game. The next two aren't really horrible games. A lot of work was put into them, unlike number 3, but I just hate them. I just hate them so much. And I'm going to tell you what they are right now. Right now, right? In a few seconds, hold on. Alright, now here's one that a lot of people are going to be surprised about. 2 and 1 are both 3DS games. 3DS exclusives, I believe. I don't know if... I think one of them might be on the Wii also, I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think it is. But, okay, that's beside the point. Anyway. Number 2 is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Now, a lot of you big 3DS fans are like, oh my god, everyone like loves that game. I hate it. Basically, my view on games is, it's entertainment, correct? If a game entertains you, if you enjoy playing it, it's entertainment. If it entertains you, then it has done its job. That is what a game is supposed to do, and if a game succeeds in that, then how bad could it really be? But Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate did not entertain me in the slightest. I hate to play it. It's so boring, and the controls are really clunky, and I hate it so much. But not as much as number 1 on this list, which is also a 3DS game. I don't know why I'm looking at this list, I know what it is. It's Fire Emblem Awakening. This game came out really, really early in the year, I think. I believe so. I think it came out around the same time as Bioshock Infinite. A little bit before, I think. But anyway, that's beside the point. I hate it. It's like, it's more of like a book and a movie than a game. There's more reading and more watching cutscenes than any gameplay in the game. A game with barely any gameplay is like a book that just has pictures. which isn't really a horrible thing, but I'm just saying, right? Or like a movie, yeah, a movie that just has no dialogue and there's just speech bubbles or something like that. It's just a game with no gameplay. It's just, I mean, it has gameplay. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of people would argue that there is actually a lot of gameplay. There isn't, but I'm saying some people would argue that there is. But even then, even though there is some gameplay, the gameplay isn't even that fun anyway. I probably would have gotten the game though if there was more gameplay in it. But it just, the gameplay isn't that great. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but it doesn't live up to the hype for me as a lot of people have seen it. Like I said before, games are entertainment. If it entertains you, how bad could it be? This game did not entertain me at all. It just, I just hate it. I hate it so much. It's my least favorite game of 2013 because it's boring. There's barely any gameplay, and the gameplay in it isn't even that fun anyway. And it just, I hate it so much. I know a lot of you guys totally disagree with me on 2 and 1, and I'm sure a lot of you guys disagree with me with my favorite games also. I never played Ride to Hell Retribution. That is a game that's considered one of the worst games of 2013, and I never played it. But yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next episode of what is this called? It's either called I Love Lists or I Like Lists. I don't know. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode or the next video I make or whatever. Actually, you know what? I have a couple more things to say. First of all, this is the best book I've ever read. I'm not finished with it yet, but it's the best book that I've ever read, and you should definitely get it. Second of all, the second one actually has something to do with me. I actually made a website. Yay, it's just like my 3,000th attempt at making a website. It's simply just extremegamer5000.weebly.com. I made it with Weebly. It's free, so I didn't pay for it, so I don't get just extremegamer5000.com. I don't get all the crazy perks and whatnot. But it basically just has a home page telling you about me. It has a page about my YouTube channel, a game about game development, and it has just a contact page. So if you want to go there, I'll put the link down below, I guess. And that is it for my favorite and least favorite games of 2014. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Do everything to this video that you could possibly do to this video. And bye. I need like a sign off or something like, ha! No, I'm not gonna do that.